Last year I was thinking about making a video about why people in the English world call Lithuania, Lithuania, but the research was tough, and I don't think I was able to get any reliable source material. But today I woke up thinking, why don't people in the English world call Lithuania, Lietuva, what Lithuanians themselves call their country? After all, the Turks in 2022 said to the world that they were tired of being associated with the Thanksgiving bird known as turkey, and they instead wanted to be called by their Turkish name, Turkiye. So why not Lietuva for English speakers, right? If you're looking for a tech job in Vilnius, check out today's sponsor, Sigly. There's more info at the end of this video. At least for me, looking at it letter by letter, syllable by syllable, Lietuva, it doesn't seem that difficult. Or maybe I'm wrong? Would we get Lietuva all the time? I don't know. But I was curious what other people thought, and so I put up an Instagram poll. A lot of people said, yeah, why not? Let's call it Lietuva in English too. Fewer people said no and leave it as it is, and then a large chunk of my audience said they don't care. After making that post, I think I got at least 7 or 8 messaging me saying, no need to go as far as Lietuva, but just remove the H to make it Lithuania. And that led to more interesting discussions and thoughts. Because, did you know that in the English language, Estonia used to have an H beside the T, like Estonia? My computer won't even let me type it because it thinks I'm writing Estonia incorrectly. The person who informed me about it on social media said that this took place up until the interwar period. I didn't get around to fact-checking that, but it does appear that old English documents spell it as Estonia. Fascinating. Okay, so maybe Lithuania is the way to go? As people mentioned to me, Lithuania would at least align with many Western European languages. It's Lithuania in Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian, it's Litauen in German, and Lituanie in French. Apparently this idea has been discussed before. I found one Reddit thread that says, our English name is not the easiest to pronounce. Non-native English speakers, Lithuanians, and even some native English speakers can't pronounce it. For the past few months there have been many discussions about our English name. It's slowly going into the mainstream media. Some people call the whole thing the fight against the H. Yes, that's right. We want to remove the letter H from our name and make it Lithuania. Besides the obvious problem of people struggling to pronounce our name, there are some other minor facts to take note of. Number 1, Lithuania is the Latin name and the English people added the H for no reason. Number 2, some people don't understand what others are talking about when they say Lithuania. You always have to give them hints like Litauen, Litva, Litvania, which are the most common names in other languages. Lithuania is more similar to the Lithuanian Lietuva. And then the last point is that 5 syllables for a country name is just too much. And for me, well, I guess I have my own selfish reasons. Making this YouTube channel, I use the name Lithuania all the time. In a very practical sense, I use it for my YouTube thumbnails and my YouTube video titles. Lithuania is just so long. Restating that last Reddit point, 5 syllables is just too much. Even if it does work for the old jazz tune made famous by Cole Porter and Ella Fitzgerald.
Lithuanians, and let's do it.
But in writing, it feels like it's not necessary to have so many letters. Arranging things graphically, things don't line up as easily, and so I have to make Lithuania smaller and other words bigger. For video titles, it takes up precious character space that could otherwise be used for other words. Yeah, it's totally silly, and sure, I can live with using Lithuania, but every time I make a thumbnail and the word alignment becomes challenging, I think to myself, man, Lietuva would just be so much better right now. But as with every aspirational name change, there are massive practical challenges. Think about all the documentation and signage in the world that would need to be replaced. Lithuania's embassies, maps, encyclopedias, so much other print material, the list goes on. It's something that the Reddit post highlighted at the very end as well, because it says, however, there are some reasons not to do it, and the obvious one is that the transition will be very long and confusing. Also, changing your name is like changing your symbol, and it hurts the Lithuanians. But then again, it would be nice if Lietuva was just what more of the world used, in line with the native language of the country. Apparently, the Latvians use Lietuva, so that's pretty cool. Quite different from the Estonians and their Lidu. So what do you think about the English name of Lithuania? Would you want to see it changed? If we set aside all the challenging practicalities, would you want Lithuania or Lietuva? Let me know what you think by leaving a comment. This video is sponsored by Sigly, a digital development services company with offices around Europe, including Vilnius. If you have IT or marketing skills, Sigly wants to hire talented individuals for jobs in sales and project management. If you know another European language, even better. Check out sigly.com to learn more.